Why are you still trying to win the game alone? Think about that for a minute. Entrepreneurs love to wear this "I'll do it myself" badge like it's a freaking Medal of Honor. It's about synergy, the multiplication of energy, ideas, outcomes that happen when you align minds. Are you surrounded by builders or drainers? Are people contributing to your energy or taking your energy away? Do your peers challenge you or do they coddle you? Are your conversations about possibilities or problems? Your inner circle is your climate control. And your climate and circumstances and surroundings, they always beat your intentions. You can want things to happen, but your surroundings have such a powerful effect. All right. Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. And would you believe it or not, we are on episode 10 of our 14-day series, which is 13 principles taught in Think and Grow Rich. Think about 100 million copies of this book sold over time, 90 years. Right? I think I got that. I might have mixed 100 years. I think it's 90 years, 100 million copies. This is insane. Let me ask you a question. If success is a team sport, why are you still trying to win the game alone? Think about that for a minute. Entrepreneurs love to wear this "I'll do it myself" badge like it's a freaking Medal of Honor. I know I have. But here's the truth. Isolation is going to just slow your success. Association, collaboration accelerates your success. So if you feel like your growth has been hitting a ceiling or your energy is flat, or maybe you're constantly, ask yourself this one, maybe you're constantly the smartest person in the room, then this episode is for you. And this is the whole reason I started the Daily Mastermind, because Napoleon Hill knew something 100 years ago that we still forget today. And this is the definition of what you need to learn in this episode. No mind is complete by itself. It needs contact, association with other minds to grow and expand. Let's talk today about the Mastermind principle. As a reminder, if you haven't listened already, we've gone through desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decisions, and then yesterday, one of my favorites, persistence, acting in spite of your mood. But today we're going to talk about the power of the mastermind. I'll talk to you a little bit about why I started the mastermind, if you don't remember. But it's one of the keys to the success that I've been able to create, and it sustains me every day. In Think and Grow Rich, Hill defines the mastermind as the coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony, right, between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. And I think sometimes we lose track of the subtleties, the timeless principles inside the message. And so I'm going to read you that one more time. The mastermind, one of the things that more often than not people have credited their success to, it's the coordination of knowledge and effort. Notice I emphasized effort. Knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. And we're not going to go back down that rabbit hole, but definite purpose is a thing a lot of you are missing. And this isn't just about networking, the power of the mastermind. It's about synergy, the multiplication of energy, ideas, outcomes that happen when you align minds and you unite them around a common goal. That's the key behind the mastermind. It's not just associations. This term mastermind's been thrown around so many times over the years. I've been doing this for 30 years. I know all the masterminds out there, and there are some amazing ones. But getting people together is not the key. I want you to really think about this strategy and this tool of the mastermind as we talk today, because Hill wrote that Andrew Carnegie, he credited his fortune to the mastermind group. Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Firestone, these were all titans that did not build their business alone. They collaborated. They sharpened each other. They magnified each other. And today, modern thinkers like Jim Rohn, Lewis Howes, Dan Sullivan, people that have passed on and people that are still here with us, they just echo this idea of the mastermind. One of my mentors in the past was Jim Rohn. And he says, he was probably credited with saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Now, I think that's the simplest way to look at the mastermind is who you surround yourself with. But at the end of the day, there's a synergistic effect that you get. And I learned this principle young. My dad gave me the book Think and Grow Rich when I was quite young. But I started the Daily Mastermind because I wanted to associate and surround myself with others. Many of you think that you've got to have 10, 20, 30, 40 grand to join a mastermind, and you don't. A mastermind is that coordination of knowledge and effort in the spirit of harmony in order to pursue a definite purpose. And there are so many ways to be able to take advantage of the power of the mastermind. So I'm going to tell you a real quick story. So this is how I started the Daily Mastermind, if you didn't know it already. I was reading a book by Napoleon Hill called Outwitting the Devil. I don't know if you've read that. It was talking about how he had gone through this period of time where even as the father of modern personal development, he was experiencing a downside. He lost his 800-acre ranch. The banks were closing. It was during the major depression. And he was sitting in front of the Washington Memorial, and he had an epiphany. And this is part of why this book was written, where he had this interview with the devil. It talked about how people drift, go throughout life. But he had this awakening, and maybe you can relate. And the first thing was that he had been going about life because he's asking himself, how can I apply the principles that I'm teaching in Think and Grow Rich and others when I'm having a hard time? And he was stuck, and he was trying to figure it out. And he realized that first and foremost, he was going about it alone, like a lone wolf. So how many of you are trying to build your business on your own? I know I do this a lot. If it's going to be, it's up to me. He was going about it alone. And second, he had not implemented the power of the tool of the mastermind. And when he started to do that, things just took a whole nother level. He felt it was an opportunity. Here's like the worst possible time, Great Depression. Everyone's hopes and dreams were kiboshed. And he thought to himself, this is an opportunity. Because if I can prove the power of these principles during times like this, imagine what they could do. So talk about changing your philosophy. But let's come back to this principle of the mastermind. Let's bring this home for you. Look around in your life right now. I want you to look around. Are you surrounded by builders or drainers? Are people contributing to your energy or taking your energy away? Do your peers challenge you or do they coddle you? Are your conversations about possibilities or problems? This is one of those prosperity principles. I focus on solutions. Are you around and surrounding yourself with people that focus on solutions, or are they focused on the problem? Are they always talking negative? Because here's the deal. Your inner circle is your climate control. And your climate and circumstances and surroundings, they always beat your intentions. Because you can want things to happen, but your surroundings have such a powerful effect. So if your environment isn't stretching you, it's shrinking you. If your environment isn't stretching you, it's shrinking you. And that's why so many high-level entrepreneurs pay tens of thousands of dollars to be in masterminds, private rooms, and high-level groups. It's why I've started my mastermind. It's why over time I've built, through marketing, the masterminds of large organizations, because at the end of the day, they understand, and I understand, the cost of isolation is stagnation, and that association will help you to grow your business. Even Elon Musk and many others had driven thinkers that worked together, and they recognized that proximity is power. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to seriously contemplate how you can activate this mastermind principle in your life. I want you to do me a favor, do this. Number one, audit your circle. Look at who it is you're surrounding yourself with. Write down specifically 5 people that you spend the most time with. And I want you to ask yourself, are these people expanding or limiting my potential? Then I want you to build your own mastermind. Just choose 2 to 4 like-minded entrepreneurs that you share values and ambitions with, and tell them, hey, listen, man, or whoever it is, right? I want to do a monthly call. I want to do some check-ins. I want to do some ideas. Let's create a mastermind together to take advantage of this timeless principle from Napoleon Hill. And then maybe what you do is you join a high-level room. If you don't have peers at your level, invest in being around a higher level. This could mean a mastermind, a paid community. It could even be events where there's top performers. But I want to also throw in one other step. Be a giver. One of the problems with a lot of masterminds is people go in looking to get. And when you go in as a giver, the power of that mastermind isn't just about receiving, it's about contributing, showing up with value, celebrating wins of others, offering strategies and ideas. Be the energy that you want to attract, because what you give, you will attract. So let me remind you of this. And Napoleon Hill said this. He said, great power can be accumulated through no other principle than that of the mastermind. The mastermind is one of those principles that isn't just a catchy phrase. You don't have to do it alone. You're not supposed to do it alone. The fastest way to go further in life is to go together with the right people. It's also much more fun, by the way. So this week, level up your circle, reach out to someone smarter, faster, and further than you are, level yourself up, and when you align with powerful minds, you're going to accelerate your mission. You're going to accelerate your growth. I can promise you that. So that's my message for today, the power of the mastermind. Tomorrow we're going to talk about energy. And so let me know how you're liking this series. Hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can pretty much go anywhere. Hit me up on dailymastermind.com and check out the show notes. And I will look forward to talking with you more tomorrow on episode 11 of this 14-day series. Share the show. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day.